up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture.
Oh Lord, what are they doing?
5, 6!
Yeah, girl. What? Homie has mastered her power just about.
Let's go! So, ice discs? That's new?
Yep,
It's
it
like
is.
How the Earthbenders do. Thought I'd try a waterbender version.
Your bending has gotten really sharp.
Even without Sokka's tragic dating attempts.
Yeah, he is very bad at flirting.
Look, we need...
What happened there? Looks like the Fire Nation got there before them.
Fire Nation.
Why would they do this?
Because they're crazy.
This is all my fault. It's the Avatar's job to protect the natural world. And that's just as important as helping people. And fighting firebenders.
Well, he was blabbing about needing to get to the north
Because I don't...
at that dinner table with Boomy.
My name's Sokka. Rhymes with Aka and Waka.
I love this kid. He's so funny.
The firebenders just wanted to clear a path as they moved through the mountains.
And that's why they burned down the forest?
But after the fire, strange things started happening. Our crops started dying, our animals stopped grazing. It's almost as if the land itself had gotten sick.
You're right. The people are beyond this world. But I can get them back.
One of the resupply merchants mentioned something about kids playing with ice blocks near Senland Pass, but he was probably mistaken.
So someone saw ice in a place where no ice should exist? Most people would call that unusual, wouldn't they? Lieutenant G?
Yeah,
Unless
snitch.
they were an idiot.
I'll send some men to investigate.
No. I'll have to do it myself. As always.
Working with no support and a...
Now this chick, I don't see Zuko as the true villain. I see his sister. I think her name is Azula. She's a villain.
I've always admired how you manage your commanders. You always seem to know how to get the most out of their talents.
And Azula. Zhao didn't discover the Avatar, Zuko did. He's the one who displayed resilience and dedication.
Girl.
What I expect from a future heir. Not self-serving flattery and coy whispers.
Well, we all know our children. So yeah, that didn't fool him in the least. Oh, okay. I didn't notice the arrows on his hands.
We watch over Aang. Once his spirit crosses over, his body will be vulnerable. Sokka, I think it worked.
Aang? I've separated my spirit from my body, but somehow I brought you guys with me.
How is that possible?
Must be the energies in the place and thinness of the barrier in my power.
Everybody in this show just... Everyone talks so much.
Word has gotten to this backwards hole that means everyone knows. Everyone in the Earth Kingdom, everyone in the Fire Nation. The hunters will be out. There's blood in the water now.
Help me! She's crazy!
Don't die, you idiot. I only get half if you die.
What are you looking at?
A low-life bounty hunter?
Zuko really needs to work on his interpersonal communication skills.
Yato used to tell me that the spirit world and the physical world are tied together. What happens to one affects the other. It's kind of like your soul and your body. Separate, but connected. What could happen to them?
There are things in here that will reveal truths to humans. Truths they're never prepared to face.
I bet they're going to send her, well, Zuko's going to send her after the Avatar.
No!
June is the best at what she does, and that's finding people.
She's a mercenary. Her loyalty is bought and sold. How can you trust someone like that?
June is a professional.
Katara.
Oh man, that's her mom. Because that is something that's really been bothering her. But Jet helped her to see, you know, how to get the best out of her powers by believing or remembering the good things about her mom. Oh man.
Where's the waterbender? We know you have one in the village.
Wait! It's me. I'm the waterbender.
Oh my God. Yeah. The owl was right. That's something you may not want to face.
So much despair.
What is this? Oh, that was sad. So her mom gave her life for her.
Dad?
Oh.
You did make it exciting, though.
Who's this?
Otto.
You were cutting it a little close around those icebergs, weren't you?
Yeah, that's right. I lost control. I didn't know what to do.
I didn't think he'd get in that much trouble that quickly.
If it weren't for you, Sokka would have wrecked us.
Oh no.
Alive.
It was a tricky run. Even I only saw the breakers at the last second.
You don't have to make excuses for him.
So he has to face the fact that his dad was disappointed in him.
Have people's lives in their hands.
Oh, that's hard. No wonder he's trying so hard.
It's my old friend, the Avatar.
What is this, a giant centipede?
I know you.
I should say so. One of your previous incarnations tried to slay me.
Why would I try to kill you?
You know all about stealing, don't you?
That's weird.
Perhaps you've come to return what you stole from me.
I don't know what you're talking about. All I want is to find my friends.
Your friends? Now
This has got to be one of the strangest
with my
and fascinating things I've ever seen in my life. The way they're doing this with the eye.
Hello?
No! Stop!
Piazza?
Aww.
You finally made it! And it is the hunting ground for Ko, the face stealer. He preys on those paralyzed by despair and doubt.
He must have the villagers too. The ones we came to rescue.
But how did the villagers get caught up in the spirit world? That's my question.
Hold them there until he's ready to feed. When that happens, their souls will be lost forever. Except Roku's temple is in the Fire Nation. It'll be a dangerous journey.
I don't have a choice.
There's something I need to tell you.
What?
You couldn't have done anything if you'd stayed with us. You couldn't have stopped the Fire Nation. You couldn't have prevented the war.
Oh, so he's letting him know it's okay.
Along with everyone else.
That he was lost for like 100 years.
Your fault.
Oh.
So, let go.
That's what he needed to hear.
Can we talk about it when I get back?
You won't be back, my friend. I don't think he's gonna see Gyatso again.
Time is a funny thing. The past, the future, it all gets mixed up. There's only one way to keep it straight. It's by remembering what really matters. That's why we must let go of our pain and...
Wait a minute.
And remember what it is we're really fighting for. The ones we love. Let that be the light that guides you through the most treacherous of times. And the darkest of nights.
Okay, so that was a really good episode. In episode 4, I noticed that I got to know Zuko a little bit more, and I actually came to appreciate his character, mostly through the eyes of his uncle. His uncle said something to Aang about him owing Zuko far more than Zuko owed him. So I'm thinking because of that flashback, you find out that the uncle's son had died in a battle, and Zuko gave him something that his son had given to Zuko. And I think in a way that kind of saved the uncle, because apparently he left the battle after his son died, not because he was a coward. I think it was just, it was too much for him. Who knows if that was probably his only child, so it hit him hard. So yeah, I really came to appreciate Zuko. Zuko is not a bad guy. I never from the first episode saw him really as a bad guy. He's just a guy who wants to go home. He's trying to do what his dad told him to do. And everything he's doing is not coming from some place of malice. It's just really just wanting to go home and assume the throne like he's supposed to. He's very much about, you know, doing things the right way. Like when one of the soldiers were bad-mouthing this guy he didn't like, he stopped them immediately. He's like, you know, we're all Fire Nation. We shouldn't be gossiping. So he has a very black and white view of the world, which is funny because I see him as more of a gray character. And the uncle's not a bad guy either. I think the uncle is what keeps Zuko kind of going down the right path as far as how he thinks mentally. The father, which I was surprised to see Daniel Kim in here, but the father, I still can't get a good read on him. So I don't know if he's truly bad or not, but I know he did call his daughter out on her ridiculousness this episode. Like, look, I know the game you're trying to play, and you're basically vying for your brother's, you know, position, but your brother's out there doing what I told him to do. He's out there doing it basically bravely. Meanwhile, she's been there back home sniffing out spies, bringing them to an end to protect her father, and she feels like she's not getting compensated for that. As far as freaking Sokka, I love that kid. They cast him perfectly. Yes, I've never seen the anime or the cartoon. I saw some people going back and forth on whether it was an anime or it was a cartoon. Whatever. I've never seen that version. I've only seen this version of the Airbender, and if anything, it's making me want to see the actual animated version. But Sokka, he is probably one of my favorites. He's so pure of heart, and he's so innocent in the way he goes about things. like with the flirting with the girl. She was one of the Earth nations. It was just shameless flirting. He's not really good at it, and he just tries to make the best out of the situation. And you find out in this episode, you know, why he tries so hard, and it's because he failed. He actually failed his trials, if not for his uncle. And he overhears a conversation between his dad and his uncle about his failure, and he could see how disappointed his dad was in him. So it makes sense now why he was trying so hard to be the perfect leader, make the right decision all the time, and that's just not possible for anyone. We also got to see what was really holding back Katara. Katara's mom gave her life to protect her. She claimed that she was a waterbender to protect her daughter, and she was killed right in front of her daughter. So maybe that's why she was having, you know, a really hard time after that, trying to, you know, harness her powers, is because she had in the back of her mind, this is the thing that killed my mom. So subconsciously, she was probably suppressing her own gifts because she feels guilty about what happened to her mom because of it. So I really like this episode that they got to face their fears, so now they can deal with them. They can see what's truly driving them, or the fear and the despair that was truly driving their actions, and now they can basically take that and try to turn it around and use that for good and help to propel them to, you know, better things. I was so happy that we got to see Gaiatsu again, because he died like a G, and I thought we weren't going to get to see him, maybe except in flashbacks. I think we did in the last episode with Boomy, which Boomy, he reminded me of the Grand Nagus from Deep Space Nine. His mannerisms, the way he spoke, even his face, reminded me of the Grand Nagus. But I'm glad we got to see Gaiatsu again, and he told Aang something that Aang really needed to hear, because this kid is 12 years old. He went off to go, you know, think after he was told that he was the Avatar, and he ends up getting stuck in ice for 100 years, and then everyone's who was not the Fire Nation is blaming him, like, you left, you disappeared, all these bad things happened. I mean, it really wasn't his fault. So Gaiatsu told him, like, it was not your fault. If you had been there that day, if you had never left, you would have died with us. So it was good that he had left, and it was good that he was basically frozen until such a time as this, because the world truly needs him now, and he needed Katara, and he needed Sokka. My lord, I'm forgetting his name already. Sokka. He needed Katara, and he needed Sokka. It's like Gaiatsu says, like, time is a crazy thing, and the fact that Aang lost so much time, it really was a blessing in disguise, because he's right where he needs to be at the right time. So I'm really looking forward to watching episodes 6 and 7, and then I'm going to react to episode 8. But there's really nothing else I can say about this episode. It was just really eye-opening to see what drove the characters and why they are the way they are. It would have been nice to see something somehow. Well, actually, we did get a chance in the last episode to see kind of what was driving Zuko, and I feel like we're still missing something there. I love that Zuko, I think he does have a good heart, and his thoughts and his heart, they're in the right place. It just needs to be guided correctly, and I think his uncle is the guy to do that. I have no idea how this is going to end, but I do know that season 2 and season 3 have already been green-lighted. So I'm really excited for the future of this show. I'm really pleasantly surprised. So I guess I'll end it right here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the channel. I'm your girl Lynn, and I'm out.